Bismillah wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah nabina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I welcome you all. This is our introduction to web development, the strong foundation every aspiring web developer must have. Now let's meet the facilitator. My name is Abdulaziz Bolaji Olayinka, popularly known as Abu Anas. Alhamdulillah, I'm married with two princesses and a prince. I am an Arabic and Quran instructor, structural designer, web developer, and a programmer. I'm both a learner and a teacher of programming, that is, I'm a student of knowledge. I started my career in coding skills and programming in 2020. Alhamdulillah, Allah has been mercy throughout the sources of my learning. Let's proceed to introduction to web development. What do web developers do? In simple terms, they build and maintain websites. Web development could be a good profession for you if you like solving logical problems, building useful things, being innovative, and experimenting with new technologies. Web developers are high in demand. Generally, they have a good work-life balance and command comfortable salaries. You can Google your preferred location to get a better sense of your local web development job and opportunities. And you can also work remotely from home. That is one of the advantages of being a web developer. Types of web developers. Web developers are categorized into three main parts, namely the front-end developer, the back-end developer, the full-stack developer. Front-end developer. Who are the front-end developer? The front-end developer is the development of the graphical user interface of website through the use of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript so that users can view and interact with that website. A front-end developer creates websites and applications using web language such as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript that allow users to access and interact with the site or app. So that is the benefit of being a front developer. And also the tools the front end developers use are what have been mentioned earlier. So let's go to the next types of the web developer. Back-end developer. The back-end developers are the experts who build and maintain the mechanisms that process data and perform actions on websites. Unlike front-end developers who control everything you can see on a website, but back-end developers are involved in data storage, security, and other server-side functions that you cannot see. Skills needed to become a back-end developer are the front-end developer interface. That means you must have perfect using all the tools that involves in front-end developer. Then Python, also Java, PHP, CQL, and Git. So those are the categories of the tools you use to be a back-end developer. Now, the full stack developer are comfortable using both front-end and back-end. So if you are perfect using front-end and back-end, that means you can be a full stack developer. Types of career. Types of career in web development. Number one is freelancer. As a freelancer, you can work in any freelancing site such as Upwork, Fiverr, and so on. Web consultancy, you can work as a consultant. Large tech companies such as Google, Meta, and Amazon, you can work in any of these companies, which I also have been aspiring to work in any of the companies mentioned. Other large companies like oil companies, telecommunication companies, and Islamic bank. Growth mindset. As a web development or web developer, you have to have a growth mindset. Your mindset should be that believe in yourself that you can do it, you can get it with effort and persistence. And also believe in me, by Allah, you get your destination. Though it's not easy, but with effort, with persistence, with constant practice, you will surely get to your destination bihaunillah. Notes, you can achieve it most especially helping others with what you learn. So, motivation, that is desire to build a problem solving mind, persistence, and also courage. What do you do when you get stuck? You know, as a web developer, you come across a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles, a lot of difficulties. But what will you do when you come across all this? Number one is that you Google your problem. It's not everything you ask people. Google is there, you can Google them, especially you type your problem, then you search it out. And also take a break. There are some instances whereby you'll be working on a project, but you're not getting it. You have to take a break. That is, you allow your diffuse learning states to work on the problem. So by the time you take a break, you digest on what you are doing, bihamdillah, you get your work done. And also number three is to ask for help in our submission group. If you are sending a message to me, it may be a problem whereby if lots of people are sending messages to me, I don't know how many people I will be able to respond to my DM. So that's the reason why we created the submission group, for we to help ourselves. So there are some people that are getting it better, so you can ask them, they will put you through on the area you are having a problem. Pitfalls to avoid. So you have to avoid digital distraction, physical distraction, procrastination, not taking break. As a web developer, if you are working without taking break, you just see that you get to an extent whereby you may break down. So comparing yourself with others, you don't need to compare yourself with others. You have to do your own at your own pace. So, but the most important thing is that you have to perfect in whatever you are doing. You have to constant. So, bihamdillah, Azza wa Jal, you get to your destinations. Inshallah ta'ala, we are going to stop here. So, we'll meet ourselves back in the next class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.